You know when you're standing in front of your closet trying to get dressed in the morning and you're just feeling totally uninspired? So maybe you go online, go onto Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest maybe, and try and get a little inspiration from some of the influencers that you follow, but it actually makes you feel worse about your wardrobe because you don't have the things that they have, plus their style isn't exactly what you had in mind. You're trying to get some sort of inspiration, but it's just not clicking 100%. That is the problem with going to a different source instead of inside yourself for your style. So in this video, I want to show you how you can develop your own personal style code, something that you can rely on again and again. It's going to make dressing fun and fail-proof. So let's dive right in. Hello, welcome back to Stylecast. I'm your host and style coach, Greta Eagan, and in this video, I am giving you what I call like a style session. We are going to dive into a technique that I use with my clients called style coding. When you have a personal style code, you have a sense of self, a unique point of view, something that you're wanting to say with what you're wearing. All of that comes together and it makes getting dressed fun and effortless and very expressive. So what I'm going to do in this video is take you through how to find your style code. Then I'm going to give you some examples of it, and I'm also going to apply it to different environments. And of course, we have to leave room for when it might change. We're going to go over all of this in this video, but first, let's start with finding your words. Mrs. Prada famously said, "What you wear is how you present yourself to the world. Fashion is instant language." And when I heard this, my mind was like, wow, that is so true. And how many of us have ever thought of, what are you trying to say with what you wear? What do you want people to know about you instantly just by looking at you? It's kind of an amazing thing to think about. So that is sort of the basis for my exercise that I'm going to take you through now. Get out a piece of paper and pencil for this because we do want to write these down and start to make our lists based off of the questions I'm going to ask you now. So, how would your best friend describe you? What sort of adjectives or attributes, qualities, and characteristics would they say about you if I were to say, tell me about so-and-so, what is she like? Okay, now write those down. Maybe even pause this if you need a minute. The next one is, how would your spouse or your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, someone who you spend a lot of time with, how would they describe you? And now how would you describe yourself? What, again, are those characteristics or attributes that you want to be known for that you're hoping people are observing and feeling from you? And one last question, how would you describe your future self? How would you want to be described? What is she like? Now, hopefully you paused and you wrote some different words down. 8 to 10 different words will give us something nice to work with. So here I'm going to flash up on the screen some other words, some more of these attribute words that I would call characteristics, qualities. Now take a look at these words, see if there's anything that maybe you hadn't thought of but is jumping out at you, like, yeah, I do feel like people describe me as that, or I want to be known as that. Take a look at these words, maybe see if there's one or two you want to add to your list. And then now what I'm going to do is have you bucket these lists. So if you have a lot of words that are, kind, caring, loving, all of those words are going to go into one bucket because they're similar to each other. If you have maybe some other words that are, again, part of this whole big list, but more similar to each other, maybe fun or quirky, playful, those words are going to go into a column. So you can start to see that we're forming these different buckets based on these different words. And what I want you to do is, once you have your buckets, and I would say try to narrow it down to 3 to 5 buckets of similar words. And then from there, look at each of those buckets and decide which word really resonates the most with you, and then circle that word. By the way, I do want to mention that this is a technique that I've developed over time that was definitely influenced by a couple of other amazing stylists, Alison Bornstein and her 3-word method, and then Lizzie Edwards, Dress Like the Leader You Are, and that book was awesome. I read that years and years ago, and then Alison's book a little bit more recently, and sort of meshed the two together to create what I now do as my style coding method. So hopefully now you have one word from each bucket that you have circled. Now what I want to do is take those words, now these are not style words. These are words that, again, are just, what do you want to say to the world about who you are? These are character words. You might be thinking, how does the word kind show up in style? The next slide I'm going to show you is a bunch of style words. So you can start to see some of these words. Maybe again, you're gravitating towards some. We're not going to do anything with these words just yet because I've done all the heavy lifting for you and created what I'm calling an attribute to aesthetic matrix. So with your attribute words, your character words, you are going to see if you can match them to a style word. So I'm going to put it up on the screen now so you can take a look at the matrix. There are a few different slides I'll be running through. You may need to pause so you can find a word, and you might start to see, maybe I didn't list your exact word, but you can start to get a sense for what I'm talking about and see a style word that feels like, oh yeah, that actually goes with my attribute word. So for instance, kind, loving, caring, those words can translate into style as soft and graceful and maybe even whimsical, romantic. You can start to see how those words of character have a matching counterpart as a style word. So let me give you an example. We're gonna go through my style code so that you can start to see how I've applied this to my wardrobe, how I get dressed, and I'm gonna give you lots of fun examples so you really start to see how this works. So my words are smart, interesting, and approachable. So how does that look? How does that translate into style? Well, smart, maybe structured pieces, classic, classy, that sophisticated. There, now I'm starting to get more into the style realm of looking and feeling smart and representing that. Interesting, I always find is a little bit different, maybe edgy. My word that I always gravitate towards for a style word is cool. I want something that looks a little cool. And then my last word, approachable, that's going to translate to something that feels more casual and soft, maybe soft textures, soft colors, maybe monochromatic, more neutral. One last thing before we get into examples, I really want you to pay attention to how I'm using my style code as we go through the examples so that you can start to see how to apply your style code. So your style code is your style words, 3 to 5 of them. I would say 3 is usually a little easier to manage, but sometimes I have clients who need that extra 1 or 2 words because they just feel like it's necessary for their expression and their style code. I'm totally here for that. And what you're trying to do is for every outfit, incorporate 2, at least 2 or 3 of your style words for every outfit. So if you can get all 3 of your style words, your full style code into one outfit, you are going to be feeling amazing. I am seriously so excited for you to feel that and to leave it in the comments below when you have your aha moment. But sometimes you can't do all 3 in every outfit, but make sure you get 2 because I do feel like you need a little bit of the balance. And this is something that Alison Bornstein talks about. There needs to be a little bit of the friction. And that's why also it's nice when your words are a little bit differentiated. So again, maybe if you're having a hard time choosing and narrowing down to just 3, choose some words that are opposites if you can, because it will help to create a little bit more friction in your wardrobe, in your outfits, and that is going to translate to better style and a more unique expression of yourself. Okay, now let's get into examples. My first outfit here is the epitome of my style code. So you can see the jeans are casual, that's keeping me approachable. And then I've gone for a classic navy blue knit and a pair of suede loafer ballet flats, both very classy or classic pieces. And then I did add a pair of sunglasses to make everything feel a little bit more cool. So again, this is very simple. You can start to see, wow, it actually isn't that hard. Another example here, I have the jeans making me feel casual. I have a button down, that's a little more classy, plus the Goyard tote, also a little bit more classy. And then I have a chunky backless loafer mule. Now that's a little bit more cool, a little bit more edgy, and then the sunglasses, also the cool factor. So here's another example, all 3 words in one outfit. This example is a little bit dressier, so you can start to see even when you have an occasion, dressing to your style code is going to help you feel more like yourself, and then that confidence that you have because you feel so good in your skin is going to translate and people are going to take note. So for this, I am wearing a bodysuit. Now that's gonna be my cool factor. It has some cool scalloping detail, it goes a little bit lower, and then I have a really casual linen maxi skirt that feels a little bit more casual. Then I have a blazer on top that's very smart, that's very classic and classy. So you can again see even when I'm dressing up, I'm still applying the code. So definitely it goes for every day and for when you're dressing up, and even actually for when you are working out. So here's an example where I'm dressing down, I'm working out. I wanted to wear my leggings. I have my t-shirt kind of like knotted up a little bit. So the leggings are casual. The t-shirt's knotted up. That's a little bit cool. I've added my jean jacket over top. That is a classic piece, and then a little ball cap. I am feeling the balance of all of my words. Let's look at one more example just to highlight the key pieces that are helping me communicate my style code. So for this outfit, I am wearing jeans, casual, sneakers, casual. Sneakers, shoe wear, I would say, has such an ability to take things down or up a notch. So you decide, do I want to elevate this or do I want to bring it back down? What are your words dictating? Switch it out, play with this. I guarantee you it will make all the difference, and it'll be the thing that makes an outfit suddenly work. Now I'm also wearing a very classic Breton striped shirt, so that's very classic. That piece I know every time I put it on is going to bring that classic feel. Then I have the army jacket. It's a little bit oversized. I've rolled the sleeves. That's always gonna be cool. I wear that over dresses. I wear it over this dress. I love to have that in my wardrobe when I'm traveling because every time I just want to add a little something cool, that jacket goes on. So a really cool jacket like that could be that piece or that interesting piece or that pop of color that will help you communicate your style. And of course, the sunglasses. Now that's a go-to and a given. Accessories like this, it could be your handbag, it could be your sunglasses, it could be your jewelry, it could be your eyeglasses. These things are all ways that you show your personal style through how you're dressing and how you're presenting yourself. Okay, now let's look at the environmental influence on your style code. In this photo, I'm actually in Wyoming, and so I have more of a Western style. It's just something I lean into when I'm out west. And so I've got this denim shirt, so that's gonna be a bit casual, it's a shirt dress. Then I've got the denim jacket over top. We could call that casual, or we could call it classy or classic because it is such a Americana kind of classic piece. And then I do have a sock boot on. That's going to add a little bit of edge, a little bit of that cool factor. So I'm still being true to my style code, but with the Western influence. Now let's take a look. When I was in Montana, I had a similar thing where I'm wearing a dress, I'm wearing a sundress that is casual, it's made out of linen. Again, textures and fabrics are also gonna play into this. So it's a linen dress, it's casual. Then I have my suede jacket, which is cool. I would even say the hat is a little bit cool, you know, depending. And then I have the striped sweater over my shoulders, very classic. And I have the cowboy boots there as a little Western nod, but you can see the outfit is still encapsulating my style code and just with that Western twist. As some of you know, I just got back from Mexico City. You can check out that video. It was amazing, lots of style inspiration. So you can see here, I am wearing my linen skirt. It's gonna be casual. I have a button-down shirt. That's a little more classy. I do have my sneakers on. Again, we're casual. Then we have the bomber jacket and the sunglasses. Those are gonna be cool. Let's look at another example. I'm wearing my oversized jeans. These are gonna be casual. I'm wearing them with sneakers, also casual. casual, but I do have shoe charms on my sneakers. Very cool. Then I have a button-down shirt, gonna be classy, and then the bomber jacket, again cool, and the sunglasses, cool. So again, you can see it's a mix and match of the different words, the style code. They don't have to be in balance. Sometimes you're gonna be more cool or more classic or whatever your words are. I just wanted to give you some examples to show you. And let's take a look at what I wear when I'm in Santa Barbara. Now, again, this is a totally different environment. So you can see I have jeans, so that's gonna be casual. Then I have my loafers on, more classic. I do have that sweater tied around my shoulders, again, more classic. What you can't quite see is that I have a little crop top, tank top underneath. That's gonna be more cool. And then I have this Goyard trunk bag, which is also quite cool. So balancing everything there. And then for this look, I've gone for a silk skirt. So that is something that I would say is kind of, it's both like classic, but also casual. Then I have a pair of my loafers, my chunky mule loafers. So they're a little bit more cool. I'm also wearing a little tank top. That's gonna be more casual. And then I do have my sweater over top, my cardigan, which is gonna be more classy. So again, just balancing everything out in all of these different looks, all of these different environments, and feeling like myself no matter where I go. I hope that those examples have been helpful, and I really am so excited for you guys to find your style code. Please share it with me in the comments below. I would love to see what your style code winds up being, and I'm so excited for you to apply this to your wardrobes. It is such a good way to actually make use of the wardrobe you have and to maybe identify some gaps of things that you don't have to express that word, to express that part of your style code. And maybe it is time to pick one or two pieces up so that you really can start to feel fully expressed. Now, I will say these style words can change over time. So I actually review this about once a year. You guys can always head back here to this video and go through this exercise again. I also like to use Pinterest to give myself a little bit of inspiration if you don't know where to start and you're feeling totally overwhelmed in the style side. It might be a place to type in some of your style words, like what does a romantic outfit look like, or a soft romantic graceful outfit. You know, we can start to play with some of those words and give yourself some inspiration on how that translates into actual pieces. I know that I'm not working with you personally on this. I'm doing as much as I can through this video, and I think this is a great starting point. If you do ever want to work with me one-on-one, you can head over to gretaeagan.com, and I do offer virtual and in-person styling coaching sessions. I'd love to work with you, but also I hope that this can be such a good resource, and I hope that you guys are going to feel amazing out there with your style codes put into action. I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.